Hey YouTube, it's Matt here with our third Java tutorial. Today we'll take a look at if statements as well as some operators that go along with the if statements. So to start off today, create a new project. Let's name it tutorial 3. And I screwed something up there. Let me just try that again. New project, Java project. There we go. Tutorial 3. Go ahead and we'll make our class. Let's call it main. Yeah, let's call it main. And then let's go ahead and we'll make our method main. Alright, we're ready to go. So we'll start off, we'll declare a variable, let's call it x. It'll be an integer. Let's say x is going to be equal to 10. And then we're ready to make our if statements. So we've seen all this up to now. From here on out it'll be a little bit newer. So the syntax for this, for an if statement, we type if, do a bracket. Within the bracket is what we're going to look to check. So it's going to check if something is right or wrong. If it's right, it'll perform the operation. If it's wrong, it'll skip over it. So let's say if x is 10, then do this. So after the regular brackets, we do a curly bracket, and then within there is what our statement's going to be. So let's just do a print statement. Let's say I am 10. And we're ready to go. So let's run it. So prints I am 10. Let's say we just put x is 11. This is not true, this statement. So it skips right over it and ends the program. There's nothing after it, so there's nothing else for the program to do. So it just ends. Let's say we want to check for a couple values. To do this, we're going to use an else if statement. So for that, it's exactly what it sounds like. We type else if, same kind of syntax here. If x is 11, then let's do a print statement. I am 11. We'll run it. There we go, I am 11. So see, it skips over this, checks it, nothing to do, it's not a true statement, goes to the next one, and then prints out I am 11. Let's say that x is 25, and all we care about is whether or not x is 10 or x is 11. If x is anything else, we want to know about it, but we don't want to print the number. So let's say for that, we just do an else. No comparator in this one, or no comparing statement, because there's nothing to check. We're just saying if everything else executes, everything else is false, then we'll do this. So let's just print out I am not 10 or 11. And then we'll run it. And there we have it. So we can change this number, let's say 26. Same thing happens. So it just checks for those two. Let's try 10 just to see. So it checks here. It says it's true. It does this statement, and the program ends. So kind of a basic if statement here. Let's say that we want to say if x isn't equal to 10, then do a statement. So what we can do for that, instead of two equal signs, we'll do an exclamation mark and the equal sign. So it's saying if x is not equal to 10, then print this. Else if x is 11, do this. Else I'm not 10 or 11. So this one's kind of a weird one. I'm actually going to change the sentence so it's a little bit less confusing. I'm not what we are looking for. So now if this works right, it should just print the else statement. So it should say I'm not what we're looking for. So let's run it here. So there we go. So I guess this one's a little confusing. I probably should have explained it a little more simpler. But what's happening here is x is 10. So it's saying if x is not 10, then do this. If x is 11, do this. Otherwise, do this. So it's not, none of these are correct. These two aren't correct. So by default, it has to be the else statement. Let's say it's 11. So again, a little confusing, but x being 11, it's going to print I am 10. So let's run it. So what happens here, the reason why it prints I am 10, we're checking this statement. We're saying, is x not equal to 10? It says yes, prints this, and ends. So it doesn't have to have a chance to check this, it doesn't have a chance to check this. That'll be with any number other than 10. It'll execute this statement immediately because it's the first one that we have. I'll do one more example like this. Let's say if x is not equal to 10, if x is not equal to 11. So in this one here, it's going to say is x equal to 10? Nope. Is x not equal to 11? Yep. It'll print this and skip over the else statement. So it should say I am 11. So there we go. So just a couple comparators. These are some operators that I was mentioning we're going to discuss. So this is the equal to. This is not equal to. A couple others we can do. Let's say x is greater than 10. So if x is greater than 10, print. I'm going to change the wording here because it's extremely confusing. I don't know. Let's say good, great, greatest. Okay, so let's say x is 14. It's going to say if x is larger than 10, then do this. If it's not, if it's less than 10, then do this. Otherwise, do this. So let's run it. It should say good. There we go. So it prints out good. Let's say we have 9. So in this one, it should print out great. There we go. And let's say we change this. Oops. To equal. Let's print it out. There we go. So it doesn't match either of these, so it goes right down to greatest and finishes the program. Another one we could take a look at, if x is equal to, if x is equal to or greater than, and I screwed that up, let me just redo that. There we go. So it's saying if x is greater than or equal to. So it's doing two comparators here. It's saying it can be either larger than or it can be that exact number. So if we run it, let's say we put 10. We'll print good. Let's say we take out this equal sign. Greatest. So it's not 10. It's not greater than 10. It is 10. So it skips over it. It's not 11. Prints out greatest. There's a few more operators I want to take a look at. What I'll do another video just because it's kind of a lot. We're at like 9 minutes now already. So I'll do another video on operators just because if statements can be a little bit complicated. There's a lot to them. So yeah, if you like the video, please like it on Facebook, subscribe to my channel, comment, let me know if there's anything you want to see or any questions you have for me. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with tutorial 4.